Coach Gabo, today we're going to talk about one of our key tasty methods, which is the net man, or as in me, the net lady, and then you as in the overhead guy.
Yes. So basically this concept is at the net. It's a very easy and very effective way of protecting the net. Remember that there are two jobs that you have at the net. If the lob is coming to me, which it will now, I'm in charge of trying to take an overhead, mainly to buy time for my partner and myself to still be at the net. However, what we see a lot, especially with recreational players, is that when I go for the overhead, I have to go back because I have the ball.
So let's show what you are meaning. So you are going for the overhead, and what we see many times in recreational level is that when the lob comes, first mistake, I'm looking at you many times for quite a long time, and not only I'm looking, I've been told that I need to go where my partner is going, so I'm also backing up. And what happens here is that instead of the lob creating one gap in front of Gabo, with one ball, the player opposite has created two gaps. So now they can play anywhere they want. So instead of us both backing up and me being a cheerleader, I'm gonna stay at the net to guard it.
Exactly. Yes, so basically what Rika was describing is again, it's simple, but I think 90% of the people we know follow each other when, remember,
it's like hand in hand.
yeah, you do follow each other, but if my partner is going to take an overhead, I know that after that overhead, my partner will come forward, yes? So Radhika was saying, it's very important that one of you takes care of half of the court. If you both back up, the players can play anywhere, so the court suddenly becomes 10 meters big instead of only 5. And then also, many times my overhead will be good enough for that player not to be able to cross the ball back to my feet or to the gap. So then the idea of you being a good net lady or net man is that if that player couldn't play the ball in the gap, you should be able to, I would say, to hurt the player or even finish in the point off. Yeah, so let's see how it will look.
Okay, here I am at the net, trying to grade Gabo's overheads, and maybe if they're good, I take a positional risk, but then if I see that the lob is deep enough, I back up. So I'm all the time moving. Okay, here I am trying to be active, and if they happen not to cross the ball to Gabo's feet, I'm able to hurt them. So I have to be active also. If I'm just here like a Christmas tree, I will never get to that ball, but I sense that the person defending is in trouble, so I take a positional risk to do something with the ball. Then, if he neutralizes it, I go back here being active. Let's see it again.
Also, let me add something. To me, what Rika just did is such a game changer, because if you are back or let that ball pass, it's not like we're going to lose the point. But suddenly, go back, imagine that you follow me after my overhead. Suddenly, he's coming. I have to play from below the net level. I probably have to pop the ball, and then he gets in a similar or even better position than us. So then it's extremely annoying when people don't do their job, which is you go there, go forward, and help me. Because I went back to take a ball that allows you to stay at the net, but I'm done. I'm not Flash Gordon. I'm Gordo, but not Flash Gordon. So I cannot get all the way there. So
yeah.
The idea is that if he cannot cross the ball, you protect me, you buy me time by touching that ball, and then suddenly we are again in an optimal net position.
Okay, let's see one more time where Andy is now trying to come in, because you won't let the ball pass. I will protect the net, and let's see what happens. It becomes more difficult if I guard it well. That was a real situation. So I was able to help. My shot wasn't good enough, like it wasn't that a masterpiece shot, but what it did is it kept us the net and it gave you enough time to cover, and I just moved and shifted to cover my own space, and then you were able to enter to cover your space.
Also, let me add that when the players come in, remember that this is your home. You were here first. If the guys, the opponents, are trying to steal or break into your home, you're not going to leave, which is many times what we do.
I'm going to
Instead,
fight.
you're going to say, oh, you're trying to break in? No, I'm going to get closer. So remember that crashing at the net is, in reality, a fight at the net. And who's going to win that fight most of the time? The guy that is willing to take the fight.